Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Getting Baked. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different than the others because, for one, I am actually recording this with video for the first time. I'm doing that today because it would make I'm just going to be doing some hands-on stuff, and so being able to see me will hopefully make this experience better. Today's episode is going to be about Wii games. I counted. I have 28 Wii games from when I was younger. I think I got a Wii in 2008. So over the years, I have accumulated games, quite a few. And today, I was just going to talk about my old games as well as just rank them, kind of. But I don't know. This is to create discourse because right now, hopefully, you're at home, hopefully, and you're trapped with nothing to do. And maybe, just maybe, you might bust out the old Wii controller nunchuck combo and throw some hands in whatever game you play. So this might give you insight as to how to spend your time, and maybe it'll make me try to replay some of these games. So I ordered these games like 3 minutes ago. I just gave like quick looks at each of them, and I ordered them from worst to best, and I have them in 4 categories. The first category are kind of like shit tier games that I didn't really play or I didn't really enjoy for whatever reason. I have kind of like a B tier, which were good, or not good. They were just okay. Then I have A tier, an A tier of good games that I thoroughly enjoyed. But then I have an S tier of games that defined who I am. So let's jump right into it. The worst game I have is Wii Fit Plus. I don't think I ever actually played this game. I think this was like my mom got this to be fit, and then we just had a Wii board. Ooh, nice glare. We had a Wii board just like rotting in our basement for the longest time. You can see how happy they are to be doing fitness, but I don't know. I feel like this game is just kind of a joke. I feel like no one actually used it for its purpose, and I sure as hell didn't. All right, the next game I have is called Block Party, which is basically a Chinese bootleg version of what's it called? Wii Play. This just has like a bunch of mini games on it, and I don't know. Ooh, it has Slobber Slammer with a dog. Oh, that's backwards. Well, whatever. Trampoline time, balloon rescue, juggle trouble. It's the most outrageous block party ever. Just play We Play. Next, I have Build and Race, which is kind of like a ghetto Mario Kart. This is a game where you race, but then you also build your own racetracks and have fun with that. Why play this game when you could play Mario Kart? All right. The next game I have is Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings. I never actually played this game. My brother had this game because he was into single player campaign games, and I haven't really ever been into those games. I guess it makes sense now because he's into things like Skyrim and Fallout and whatever the one where you're on an island is. Far Cry? I don't know. They're all the same game, just different settings, different weapons. I don't know. So I never played this game. So I guess I don't have anything bad to say about it because I never played it, but I don't have anything good. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Well, first of all, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is probably my favorite movie. I remember seeing the midnight premiere of it when it came out, and so just that memory of that night has just stuck with me for a while. I guess forever, and it is my favorite movie. So naturally, we got the Wii game of it when it came out. You did shit like cast spells, play Quidditch, and brew potions and stuff. And I remember I got triggered at this game because if you remember in the movie, around Christmas time, there's a dinner party at Slughorn's private party room. I don't know, some ballroom. And in the video game, you make a potion on that level. Except the potion for that level was impossible. And I remember being stuck on that level for a while and then just getting stuck. And I don't think I ever finished this game. But this was a long time ago, and I don't really remember. Just shit at making potions. So for that reason, it's not really my favorite. Looney Tunes, Acme Arsenal. I don't remember anything about this game, which is why it's in this category. And the last one from my F tier, I guess, is Ben 10, Protector of Earth. Um, this was, I guess, this was a campaign game where you could also have co-op. So me and my brother would play this together, and we played through the campaign. And I remember being mad that you couldn't transform into Gray Matter, the tiny guy, because I think that and XLR8 were my favorite aliens from the show, and I was so mad that I couldn't transform into one of them. And the Vine guy, whatever his Creep Vine, is that a guy? I like that guy. Those were my three favorite aliens. So anyway, I remember beating the boss on the Hoover Dam, and then just never playing this game again because it didn't really have any replay value. Also on the back it says basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy this game. Could I even read when this game came out? This game came out in 2007, so I probably played it in like 2009, 2010. Yes, I could read. And I still didn't enjoy that game. Whatever. Now on to the B tier. We have Boom Blocks Bash Party. So I really like the original Boom Blocks game, as you'll see.
In about 5.5 minutes.
So when this game came out, this was the sequel. I was really excited, and it wasn't as good. I don't remember why. I just remember being disappointed. See, now I want to play this game again. The next game we have Lego Indiana Jones. I love the Lego video games. Oh wait, this is the original Adventures, meaning it doesn't have that shitty ass Crystal Skull game. Please ignore the shit behind me. This is my guest room. This is where my mom keeps all her shit. Santa Mouse. So anyways, also, if you're wondering why there's a reflection, it's because I'm recording this from my computer because I don't have a camera and I don't have a mic, so I just use my 3-year-old MacBook Pro. So get a nice, good glimpse of that screen. So anyway, in this game, you play as Indiana Jones, but you're a Lego. And out of all the Lego games I have, which you'll see I have a lot, I didn't really play this game that often. My brother liked this game a lot, so... Get a nice look at that nice Sean Connery. He's a stud. All right, the next we have Drawn to Life, the next chapter. This was a really cool game where you had like a tail and claws, but you got to like draw it with the Wii remote so that it would like look and you got to draw your whole body too. So like everything was different when you played it because you got to make it yourself. But despite the rip-off Legend of Zelda Link character, who I think that's supposed to be based on. I remember getting to the second world and then just kind of getting bored. So, Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 is probably one of my favorite Pixar movies. I remember seeing it at like 11 p.m. when it came out with my dad and one of my best friends, Adam. And I think it came out in 2010. If I recall correctly. So I was 11. So I was like way too young to watch a movie at 11 p.m. in theaters. I remember leaving it at like 1:30 and I was like, holy... Alright, my computer froze. So I just started another video. Hopefully it works. I remember seeing this in theaters and loving it. So when the video game came out, I was like, fuck yeah, I want to be Buzz Lightyear. Although I think I was always more of a Woody kind of guy. I just remember you could like do just like this was like Pixar Minecraft. I think it had like a free play mode, which was cool. I remember doing Sid's house. That shit was scary. And escaping from Sunnyside was also a really fun level. So yeah, it was good, but it wasn't great. And the last game from my B tier is Scooby Doo First Frights. You got to play as everyone from Mystery Inc., and I think there were four sort of mysteries that you could play, and each one was longer and harder than the last. I remember the first one was at a like a high school. Like why were you at a high school in the middle of the night? So anyway, there was this phantom that was trying to shut down the school musical. And I think it ended up being the coach because one of his star players was in it and he wanted to sabotage it so that the football team would win their next game or something. I don't remember. I just remember we found a whistle at the baseball field, so it was probably the coach. And I think the fourth mystery had a big robotic lobster, if I recall correctly. So anyway, this game was a lot of fun. Each player was super customizable. They had a bunch of different costumes that would give them different abilities. So it was fun, and you can play this co-op. I actually am gonna try to play this again. Army Men, Soldiers of Misfortune. This was what I called Call of Duty for kids. Uh, oh, I realized. What if I just turn my brightness all the way down? Oh, then there's less glare. Maybe. I can't tell. Whatever. So, uh, Army Men, Soldiers of Misfortune. I think this was like all in this kid's imagination, where he like shrunk himself down and was like fighting all the army men in his room, and you used like a bunch of toys as like little forts and stuff. It was really cool to walk around like a room where everything was really small. You got to play in the bedroom, the kitchen, and the backyard. But this game was super hard, so I got to like the second level of the kitchen, and then just like couldn't beat it because those tan army men were too good. I think you were the good guys, so you had the green army men, and the tan army men were bad. This is another game I want to try just to see if now that I'm older, if I'm actually sentient enough to beat a kid's video game. Next, we have Boom Blocks. This is the original. I love Boom Blocks just because you got to like throw shit at the screen like it was Wii Bowling on drugs. I just remember you had a bunch of different animals, and this was like Angry Birds. I want to dare I say before Angry Birds was in existence. It was also three dimensions, but this game was made in 2006. So when did Angry Birds come out? I'll have to do some research. Hang on a second. When did Angry Birds come out? 2009. Angry Birds copied this game. Yo, that's a. All right, I just have to make another video about that conspiracy. Holy shit, I'm gonna sue Rovio for all their worth. Rovio? That's the name of the company that makes it, right? All right, next we have Ghost Squad. If Army Men was Call of Duty for kids, this was Call of Duty for teenagers that didn't have Xboxes yet. They had Wii's. Those were the real cool guys. It had the like attachment thing that was a gun, so you held it with two hands and you just like shot everywhere. It was super cool. There were only like three missions, so the replay value was pretty shit, but you got to like shoot terrorists and you got to wear a panda suit. I don't know if you can see that. The guy's in a panda suit. Yeah, I want to play this game again. Next, we have Up, the video game. Up is probably one of the best Pixar movies of all time, and the video game was super fun. There was a nice campaign mode, but then there was also, I think, a dogfight mode where you got to, I guess not literal dogfight because of all the dogs in the movie, but you got to go into biplanes and just shoot each other, which is not in the movie, but it's in one of the levels where it's in the last level of the campaign is you trying to shoot down Charles Muntz's blimp in planes. How an old man and a young Boy Scout were able to fly biplanes is beyond me. Great game though. Next we have We Play. This is a classic. It isn't in my S tier or very high in my A tier just because it's not really that great. You just play it for tanks, and holy shit, did I love tanks. I think I had never beaten the game, but then one of my friends, Ben, and I played this game for like 3 hours straight, and we crushed the last level. Isn't the last level like invisible tanks or something insane like that? The enemies are invisible, and you can't even fucking see them. And ping pong was cool. The cow race was also cool. The hide and seek one was also, it wasn't like hide and seek. It was like find me. There was an escalator, and you had to like find the specific me. And the fact that it could be chosen from the pool of me's that you had created was really cool. My first ever me was named Mr. Chicken, and he looked depressed as shit. And then I made Mr. Hippie, who had like a nice afro. I guess you can't see my hands right now. The reason why I cut off my face is because I have some gross ass facial hair that I don't want to get made fun of, and also like you just need to see this part, so doesn't matter. Anyway, We Play, solid game. I don't remember if this came with the Wii we got. I know Wii Sport. Oh, Wii Sport. Wii Sport. All right, I'm just gonna do Wii Sports as a part of this because Wii Sports and We Play are kind of like the default Wii games. They're the games you play when you don't have any other games, because I'm pretty sure they both come with all Wiis. I'll fact check that after this, I guess. But they're just kind of basic Wii games that are fun to play at all ages. It's so fun to just wow, wow, wow. That was not a tennis racket sound, and bowling. Bowling is super fun. And tanks. Bowling, tanks, tennis. That's what Wiis were made for. 2006 was such a great year. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which for some reason I have 2 games of, but only one has a disc inside. Ben, I think this is your box. Please come get it after quarantine. I don't really think I have to explain this. If you have like half a brain cell, you've probably heard of the Super Smash Bros. Series. Brawl is the best out of all of them, I will say, out of complete ignorance, because I haven't played half of the other ones. I remember playing as Snake, Kirby, Luigi, Pokemon Trainer occasionally. I think those were my mains. I think I was really good at Snake. Ice Climbers too, maybe, but I wasn't really good at those. Snake is definitely my main man. So I like hiding in that cardboard box. And just shooting things with RPGs was really cool. I don't really have to say anything about that. You can come to your own conclusions. It's not in my S tier because it wasn't that impactful on my life, but let's keep going. Super Mario Galaxy. I loved Mario games. I guess I still do. They were really important to me, as you will see in a few minutes. This game was really cool because it took the traditional Mario kind of setting and characters and made it 3D with planets, and you would like walk around small planet shapes. It was just really cool. Yeah, I definitely want to play this again. And then there's Yoshi. The only problem with this game I have is the Nintendo. I think of the first one, Super Mario Galaxy 1, it was only single player. So for this game, they were like, let's hop on this co-op train and make it 2-player. Except the second player doesn't get to play as anyone but this star who basically just watches Mario run around. So I think that was a pretty lazy implementation of co-op. But I want to try that game again and have the memories come back. I remember there was one level that was really cool where it was a water planet, and then for like in order to get to the objective, this was like really high up on in between these like twin waterfalls. You had to like freeze all the water so the waterfalls froze, and then like wall jump back and forth from one to the other. That was cool. And just being in 3D with like planets. It was like Angry Birds Space before Angry Birds Space. Holy shit, I'm gonna sue Rovio. Alright, next we got Lego Star Wars. And I might get a lot of hate from some people because this isn't higher on my list. But I like Lego games, and I just like the theme of some other ones a little bit more than Lego Star Wars. Although I will admit, this game is just a top tier Wii game. If you have a Wii, you should have this game so that you can play it. I think that they should include this with Wii Play and Wii Sports when you get a new Wii so that you can always have Lego Star Wars available to you. I probably don't need to say much about this game, except you should get the complete saga. Oh, complete saga. Is it complete anymore? Have they made Lego Star Wars for the new trilogy? I hope not, because it sucked. That's interesting. Hopefully they don't. Next, Lego Harry Potter. I might get some flack for saying that I like this better than Lego Star Wars, but I really like this. This was one of the first Lego games. I think they started doing it now in like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and maybe superheroes. I know for a fact it's in superheroes, but there's like in addition to the like campaign levels for each world or whatever, there's also just like a free world. I know in Lego Superheroes you can just like run around the city and just do random shit. This was one of the first games, to my knowledge, that had that feature. So in between levels, or the story, I guess, you could just like walk around Hogwarts and do just like a bunch of shit. And then as you unlock more spells and abilities and magic, you got to explore new areas of Hogwarts, and that was just really cool. I remember the troll level. The troll. I have some of you in my YouTube comments. The troll level was really fun, and the cutscenes were really fun. All the Lego cutscenes are funny. Who am I kidding? And the last game for my A tier is Lego Batman. Lego Batman was truly a defining game for me. Not as defining as some of the other games, but of all the Lego games, this is probably my favorite just because I love Batman. And the cool thing about this game was so cool. There were three different kind of stories because at the beginning of the game, all the bad guys break out of Arkham Asylum and they're in like these like three little troops. I think the Joker, Harley Quinn, Two-Face, and not Two-Face. No, not Two-Face. Two-Face was with the Riddler. The first troop was Two-Face, the Riddler, Clayface, and some other people. And they were trying to rob a bank. I think maybe the Treasury. It was probably a little bit more than a bank. The next troop was the Penguin, Catwoman, Bane, Poison Ivy, and the Penguin was trying to steal a jewel from a museum, I think, or he was using that to make a ray of death for something. I just remember there was a museum level, and the last troop was the Joker, Harley Quinn, Scarecrow, and some other people. I think there were like 5 villains in each group. So anyway, they all break out of Arkham, and then they are trying to do their individual heists. And you as Batman get to play through all the different levels trying to stop them. But then, after you beat all the Batman levels, you get to go back and play them from the villain's perspective. And that was just so cool, because you got to see how the stories was set up from the other side. And that was just super cool. And that's why it puts it over the edge from Star Wars. Because, like, Star Wars and Harry Potter, you're just playing through the movies. And Indiana Jones, you're just playing through the movies. And this, you get to play through 3 movies twice from 2 different perspectives. It blows my mind how underrated this game is. So, yeah, Lego Batman. Mr. Freeze, he was in... I don't remember. Yeah, this game's getting more playtime. And last, we are in my S tier. These are the games that have defined who I am, and growing up, I am a better person because I played them. The first one is Goosebumps Horrorland. I was a literal slut for Goosebumps when I was in elementary school and middle school. I loved those books. I loved getting scared. I don't know, they weren't well, some of them were a lot scarier than the others.
I think my favorite Goosebumps book was Calling All Creeps. It's where a guy sneaks in. He gets like fired from the school newspaper by his like arch nemesis. So he sneaks into the newspaper room or whatever, and like writes on the newspaper in really small print like "Calling all creeps. If you're a creep, call his arch nemesis' number after midnight" or something. And so then the person of course sees it and changes it. But our main character doesn't know that. And then his house starts getting phone calls from people late at night. And it turns out that his school was infiltrated by 4 kind of like aliens that were called creeps. And then they think he's their leader, trying to like lead them on their mission to convert everyone into creeps. And so the main character has no idea what's going on. And eventually he's trying to. I mean, he can't like tell anyone about this. So he's trying to stop them from doing their goals. And I think the ending is spoiler alert for Calling All Creeps. The ending is they're at a bake sale and they put these chocolate chips into cookies that will turn you into a creep if you eat them. So at the end, he's like, don't eat the cookies, don't eat the cookies. But everyone wants to eat the cookies because they look really good. So he just starts eating all the cookies. And then one of the creeps is like, what are you doing? They're all going to be your slaves. And then the main character is like, what? And then lets everyone eat the cookies. And then it ends. I just thought that was so funny. So anyway.
Bunch of backstory. Goosebumps Horrorland. This is where you are in Goosebumps Horrorland. It's basically kind of like a bunch of mini games set in different Goosebumps locations, but I just loved Goosebumps. I love this game. I remember there was the starting circus area, then there was a vampire area in the middle, and then branching off of that was Fever Swamp, the Mummy, like a pyramid place, and then I'm trying to find. There's nothing on the back that says it. And then I think just like an electric place. And I remember you started in the circus, you went to the vampire, and then you could get to Fever Swamp, and then the Mummy place. And I got to the Mummy place, and that's when all the mini games started getting really hard. So I've never actually finished this game. So right after I finish recording this, I'm going to go play this game. The next game we have is Crash of the Titans, a play on words of Clash of the Titans, the great movie from long ago. So you play as Crash Bandicoot. I guess there's a series with Crash, and this is the only game I've played from that series. But this was like, I think, the 5th Wii game I ever had. And in this game, you play as Crash Bandicoot, who's trying to save his sister from this evil scientist who's captured her. And the scientist has made a bunch of mutants that are big monsters and stuff. But using some like voodoo mask guy, you can control the monsters if you beat them up enough. So basically the whole game was going through levels where you beat up minions to get to the monsters. So you beat up the monsters, take control of the monsters, and then just beat up other monsters, or you beat up better monsters to then take control of them. And I think an example of this is the boss fight for the first world is this huge creature that was like a big octopus, but also hairy, and one of his arms was a big laser, and he also had bagpipes in his back. So when he made his laser attack, it was like, pew! Great game. I love this game. And there were like different like collectibles you could get in each level. Holy shit, I am being brought all the way back. Yeah, look, 15 powerful enemies to hijack and control. The Ratsicle, the Sludge, gross, the Shelliphant, and the Scorpzilla. Oh! I love this game. Next we have World of Zoo. This was like Zoo Tycoon, but for younger people that didn't want to deal with building the zoo as much as they did just playing with animals. This is basically a pet simulator. You just get a bunch of animals, you get to color them whatever you want. I remember I had a panda that was like green and purple, and it was just the cutest thing ever. And you just get to like play with them and give them toys and create cool habitats. And oh, damn, I think the grizzly bear exhibit was my favorite. The penguins was also a good one. The crocodiles was really funny because they would like attack you if they got mad at you. Cleaning up animal shit, oh my god, it's a perfect simulator of having a pet. And all the animals are just so cute. The elephants were cool too. They had a nice like... all the elephants had like an Indian background, and the pandas had this like Chinese background. You can see it on the box. So maybe racist, who knows? This was made in 2007. Whew. The second to last game, Mario Kart. I was a Mario Kart god. I would beat the shit out of my brother every single time we played this game, except I had one enemy I could never defeat, and that was my family friend's mom, who got so good at Mario Kart. I shit you not. She she crashed into a fire hydrant because she swerved because she thought it was a mushroom that she needed to get. I don't know if that story is true. That's just what I've heard from my family friend. So anyway, Mario Kart, I love this game. I would always play as Diddy Kong in the Wild Wing. I just like the medium or I'd play as Dry Bones in like the duck bike. I would do one of those two. I think maybe Wario in I don't know. I didn't like bikes. I like karts, and I would always use automatic because why drift when you could just not? I guess it is a little bit more skilled and you get speed boosts from it. But Mario Kart. I also shouldn't probably have to explain how good this game is because if you had a Wii and you had this game, you already know. And last but not least, my favorite Wii game from my collection, the most baked goods defining game. Drum roll, please. Maybe I'll do some editing here, maybe I won't. Who knows? New Super Mario Bros. Wee is how the game would open. It's got a red box. All the other games have white boxes except for that. I think that dumbass Indiana Jones game had a yellow box. Who knows? And I instantly fall in love with this game. I love. Ooh, the Wii's got a nice foil on it. I love this game. I love everything about this game. I love the worlds, the power ups, the secrets. Oh my god, I love that there's like secrets in each level. There's either like secret areas where you just get a bunch of coins, or secret like the cannons. I love the cannons. I never looked anything up. I would just find it out on my own. Which is something I did with Splunky. I think this game is why I love Splunky so much, just because of the story you create while you're playing the game, and all the discoveries you can make with like the different items and different ways you can interact with the game. I just think it's such a perfect game. Now I really haven't played any other Mario games. I haven't played the old ones, but this game just means so much to me. And it's really defined me as a person, and I love it. Also, whenever we play this game, I'm fucking Mario. All right, I had a problem where if I played as anyone but Mario, I would like automatically just assume I was Mario and follow that character on the screen, so my other character would just walk off a cliff because I was looking at the wrong place. So I like have to play as Mario, and I would always get to 99 lives, and then I'd lose my hat. If you get to 99 lives in this game, which is the life cap, you lose your hat. You get to see his hair. So I would always do that. So I'm used to playing as Mario with no hat. Take notes. Yeah, favorite game. It was gonna fall. Just hold it like that. All right. So that is my Wii collection. I just went through 28 games in varying degrees of goodness. Let me know in the comments if I was wrong about Lego Star Wars or anything else. Feel free to share what Wii games you played when you were younger or now, because I mean, I just like got to like relive my childhood and see all my cool video games. So I have like 6 that I said I would go back and try to play. So I have to do that now. So that's what I'm gonna do right this instant. Like, subscribe, and play more video games. Wii games, not fuck Xbox. This video is probably going to be very long. So if you're here, you may as well just leave a like. If you watch the whole thing, you may as well subscribe. If I get to 100 subscribers, I'm gonna eat an onion like an apple. That's something I'm excited for. So yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace.